Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Prax, and this is another installment in my weight loss tip series. Last time we discussed the web of physiological dysfunction and talked specifically about food sensitivities and how that can seriously cause weight issues. The time before that I shared with you thyroid, the thyroid hormone, and that too can cause problems with losing weight. Today we'll discuss another very important strand of this web of physiological dysfunction, blood sugar regulation. And in doing so, let me share a story with you. And this is the story of Charles. Not long ago, Charles presented to our peripheral neuropathy workshop. His main concern was pain in the feet, tingling, numbness, can't feel my feet, they hurt all the time. Sat through the workshop, it sounded very much like our workshop for weight loss because it has to do with this web of physiological dysfunction. Made sense. He signed up for an examination. We did a full examination. Not only did he have peripheral neuropathy, but it turns out he needed to lose about 150 pounds. Charles was diagnosed with insulin dependent diabetes back in 1989, and this blood sugar regulation was literally damaging the nerves in his feet, in his hands, in his eyes, his whole body, but it was also just wreaking havoc throughout his whole entire body. He had high blood pressure, for which he was taking medication. The diabetes, he was taking several different medications. High cholesterol, chronic sinus infections, medications for that. Plantar fasciitis, medications for that, and severe peripheral neuropathy. This web of physiological dysfunction that he was having was literally robbing his life. How do I know? For everybody who comes into the program, we want to talk about not only how much weight do you want to lose, or what is your chief complaint, in his case the foot pain, but what is that going to actually do for you in your life? How is that going to make your life better? What are your goals? His goals are, well, my wife really wants to go on a Mediterranean cruise, and I want nothing other than to go on this cruise with her. She's going to want to shop and bop, and we land and we go here and there and do all this sort of thing. I can walk for about 10 minutes, I'm shot, I have to sit down, I have to rest, and I will be slowing her down. That's important to me. What a guy. I said, what else? He says, well, it was kind of like a pipe dream, but he says, I really like to golf, haven't been able to do it for years. That would be really nice if I could do that. I said, okay, so let's focus on that. Let's focus on that and see how we can help change your life. Blood sugar regulation is what I call a health breaker. If you've got blood sugar regulation, if you've got diabetes, that has got to be addressed properly. And I don't just mean with drugs and insulin. I mean, we have to help your pancreas, your insulin receptors. We have to help everything function as best as we can get them. This health breaker is really more like a deal breaker. We are not going to reverse weight problems. We're not going to reverse peripheral neuropathies or anything until we get this handled. Okay? In Charles's case, we made some significant dietary changes. Not eating less, but eating differently. How often he ate, what he ate, and throughout the day, when he ate, etc. was very, very important. In his case, we needed to do some gut repair, small intestine repair. We had to check for food sensitivities, but it was mostly just get this gut repaired and do some blood sugar regulation support. In the first 6 days, he lost 5 pounds. That wasn't even what he was here for, even though he needed to lose 150 pounds. Now, 1 month later into the program, he's down 20 pounds. It's just melting off all on its own. His feet, better. But remember, with diabetes, those nerves down at the periphery, they're just literally being destroyed. So those are better as well. What's more is that he's completely off of his insulin and reduced his other medications, all other medications, by nearly 25%. That's exciting. That's life-changing. This can be your reality too, but we do have to dig. We have to dig deep, and we have to look at your web of physiological dysfunction. Do you have any thyroid issues? I don't know. We need to test for it. 9 different things to look at thyroid, as we talked about. Not just thyroid stimulating hormone, what the doctors do. We need the whole piece. We need to run the test for food sensitivity if it looks like you've got food sensitivity problems. If you do, like I talked about with Terry, the fat is going to start to melt off. Do you have them? I don't know. I don't test everybody for all these things. We start to take a thorough history and figure out your web of physiological dysfunction. And if you have any blood sugar regulation problems, we have got to get that found out and supported. Hey, the purpose of this video, just like the others, is to let you know that there is help and there is a plan of action for you. I know you hear it all the time from your doctors. You need to lose weight. Your diabetes is out of control. You need to lose weight. Duh! We know that. There is a plan, okay? What's different about our weight loss program is that it's not a weight loss program at all. Here's the bottom line. Instead of treating weight loss or peripheral neuropathy or fibromyalgia or whatever it is, what we need to do and what we do is we treat you and your physiology. What's amazing about the human body, well, and all mammals for that, well, plants too, is we have the nature-derived or God-given ability to self-heal. The question you should be asking yourself is, hey, how come I haven't been able to self-heal at this point? That's the question I ask. And that's what we determine to answer. How has your body fallen out of balance? Where does it need support in rewriting itself? Just like a boat that's capsized. How can we support that? Not what can I give you to make you feel better? What can I do to make your body lose that weight? Once we get your brain, which is the master controlling system of the body, regulating its body, once we get the organ systems working well, making sure that there's no food sensitivities or hormone problems, etc., and we get all these things functioning in tandem, we get the best physiology going like we did with Charles, the fat will begin to melt away on its own. So with this approach, as I've mentioned, there is no prepackaged food, there's no exercise program. Of course that's going to help. And once we get you feeling better, then of course you're going to need to exercise. That just speeds the metabolism. But we've got to work on this web first, okay? We're not going to have you counting calories. There's no special thing. We have to figure out your specific problem. This is not a quick fix. We do hear people losing nearly a pound a day, but it's not going to be this simple, here, take this supplement. It's going to be a dig deep, figure out what it is sort of situation. There's no gimmicks. It's a doctor-supervised body optimization program. For now, if what I'm saying is making sense and you want to learn more about this unique approach, call my office and find out when my next weight loss workshop is and reserve a seat. The workshop, about an hour. It's free. At the end, question and answer will answer your questions, and I promise that we will unravel this mystery called weight loss once and for all. I look forward to meeting you soon.